Grab your cup and settle in for real, unfiltered tea. We're your hosts, Alessandra Peacock.
And Jess Roberts, where we talk about the hot topics that's going on in the tattoo industry. From sharing shop stories to just personal events, we spill it all, guys. And here we are about to spill it now.
How are you today? How are you today?
Honestly, I'm doing really good. So I did this like really exciting tattoo the other day on one of my regulars where he's like heavily tatted. He has both the sides of his head tattooed.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know who
and
you're talking
we're
about.
doing he did a neck tattoo. We just did a tattoo on his arm that like for some reason it just made me feel so good to do.
It looked amazing. I think I saw you post it on your Instagram.
I'm about to post it for real. But it was like a neo-trad Chicano realism, more neo-trad black and gray. It was almost like creating a style. It
I
felt
was
really
about to
good.
say it. You're like developing your own style right now. It's so awesome to see that because I feel like when I first met you, you were like still trying to figure that out.
I struggled with that for like a really
Yeah.
long time. I think every artist struggles with that. That's one of my
For
biggest.
sure.
Like,
I'm still trying to find a style. I kind of gave my style a name, but like, I don't know if
it's
that's what it
gothic.
is.
It's gothic fatty.
Dark
Like,
feminine.
dark feminine. Dark feminine.
Yeah, that's what I tell people when they ask what my style is.
Dark feminine.
Yeah.
Mine's just detailed black and gray. That's the only thing I can really say about it.
Yeah.
How was your week?
It was pretty slow this week, but I did a couple small tattoos here and there.
Yeah.
Pretty slow, just chilling.
Little bangers?
Yeah.
Very nice.
I did, I think it was a heart right here with some floral, and then just
Pretty.
a little neck tattoo, little paw print.
Yeah.
I don't really remember what else. I'm getting so tired.
Me too. I totally get that. No, I feel just as exhausted as you are. I mean, like
Yeah.
the burnout is for real, and I think a lot of clients don't understand that this is our job. Like this is how we
Yeah.
put food on the table. You know?
And it takes a lot out of us.
It does.
It's a 24/7 job.
24/7. It's mental and it's physical and
A lot of people don't even get that. I have a lot of people that tell me like my job is just me sitting around all day drawing on people. Do you get that?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I don't think people necessarily take tattooing as serious as it is, or at least not as serious as it has become.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe 10 years ago, sure, like
Yeah.
it was different. You walked into a tattoo shop and you got a tattoo. You were a walk-in, you know? And now it's starting to turn into appointments only because just like everything else, life has become digital, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so just like we're shopping on our Amazon carts and we're shopping for whatever we want on the internet, people are shopping for artists as well.
Yeah.
And so, you know, they're starting to find artists that they actually want to go to, and walk-ins are no longer really a thing.
I've noticed a decline in walk-ins in a lot of shops recently. It's been dead.
Yeah.
And if it is a walk-in, it's usually like big pieces, I've noticed.
Really?
Yeah.
That surprises me. You would think it would be like small
Small
little
ones.
flash bangers.
I know, and people always
surprised.
hate when I tell them, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to like schedule you for this, and they're like, oh, well, I want it today. Girl.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I think clients don't really have the concept of time sometimes because, like, we know how long a tattoo is going to take.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many times people have walked in and have been like, I want a full sleeve today. I want a full sleeve right now.
Ariel de Jesus, that bitch.
Life a gamble.
Full sleeve in one
Laugh
hour,
a gamble.
what?
1 hour for a case of water. Right now.
$160.
Right now. Yeah, no, she's
That's a trip.
she's something.
She's for sure a trip.
Good tattoos aren't fast. They're not fast or cheap. So
Cheap tattoos ain't good.
yeah, speaking of pricing and all of the clientele and people being crazy,
Oh.
do you remember that one time when we were working together at the street shop and there we had a walk-in? Let me tell
Wait,
you.
I think I know what you're about to talk about.
Dude, it was crazy. It was crazy. You're gonna have to tell the story. That was you.
I think she was tattooing and
I had just started my giveaway. I'd stenciled
yeah,
my client.
that's what it was. And I was up next for walk-in, and so this lady comes in and she has her purse, and she's walking in. And she's
She
like,
she slammed her purse on
Yeah.
the ground. She's like,
hey. Like, what? And I don't remember what she asked for. I don't remember what
No,
she wanted to get
she
tattooed.
wanted to get her
She wanted
fingers.
multiple different
She
tattoos.
did.
That's what it was. And she wanted,
She wanted to get her fingers done.
And she wanted a cover up on top of this like big Medusa blob of a head on her thigh.
And then I think she was talking about a full sleeve, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I think I also want my sleeve
And a neck
done.
tattoo.
Oh.
All in the same day, yeah.
Mm.
And I was kind of telling her prices and telling her like we could probably get
You
the
got it,
fingers
Flash.
done.
You can do it.
No. But I was telling her about prices and I'm talking to her, I'm like, okay, I don't remember what I even quoted her, but
No, I think it was a finger. You were like,
I told her I'd do the fingers
Yeah.
that day. I was like, I'd do your fingers today, but everything else will
like
probably
$100,
have to
I think it was.
Yeah.
Because fingers are tough and like
Exactly.
they need
And
touch
shop
up.
minimum is like 80.
Shop minimum is
I
80
barely
and
ever
fingers
charge-
are 100. Sorry.
Yeah. I barely ever charge 80 unless it's like probably a dog or a smiley face. Like,
I mean, at the end of the day, it all goes back to shop percentages. Guys, the shops take a percentage of our everything we make. So we see $100 that y'all see $100, we see $50. So
in most shops, yeah.
it's crazy.
But it sucks.
So you quoted her $100 for fingers.
Yeah, and she didn't like that, and it kind of led to me like telling her, oh, well, I kind of won't go any lower than that. Like, that's my minimum for fingers. Like, if you want anything else, we can try to get that done. Just let me know. Like, I'll let you look at my flash. I'm giving her all these different options. And this lady just blows up on me, and she starts screaming at me. Everybody in the shop kind of surrounds us, and
I remember that because my client's like, "What's going on?"
yeah, Jessica peeks
And
up,
so
and she's like, "Huh, my baby?"
Yeah.
Like, what?
I walked up to her. I remember this. So I walked up to them and I was like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
And she turns and she just starts screaming at me. I don't even know why the fuck you're here. Like,
Call
I
you
don't
a
even know.
bitch.
Yeah, she's like, I don't even know why the fuck you're even up here. And I was like,
She was going
because this is my apprentice. And
Right.
I said, there's only two artists in the shop. It's me and my apprentice. So yeah, this does have something to do with me
Right.
because you're yelling at her.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the right to refuse service.
Yeah, so I guess at that point we had refused service and told her to get out after that because we're not gonna tattoo somebody who's being rude to
remember?
us. Obviously,
Because she demanded that you tattoo her that day.
Exactly, yeah.
And
she
then
was
she
like,
was-
"I'm gonna pay this much, and you're gonna tattoo me today, and we're gonna do this big ass cover up on my thigh, actually, that I want. Yeah, and I'm gonna sit here, and we're gonna do it."
It was we're gonna do
It was her way or the highway.
Yeah.
And
she
we took
wanted
the
a
highway.
discount too. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we said, look, we're gonna have to refuse service since
Mhm.
you're being kind of crazy. We're gonna go ahead and refuse the service.
Right.
And she just like snapped. She was just like, and she's like, thank you, and just walked out. But then as she's walking out,
She's like, she slams the door and she goes outside and she starts screaming. She's going like this at the door. She's like, I'm gonna fucking shoot this place up. Like, I'm gonna shoot you, bitch. Like, fuck you. And so
and we're freaking out because we're like, did this girl just threaten
Yeah.
to like? Did she threaten to like shoot this place? So
Right.
we're like, maybe we should call the police.
So the front desk lady calls the police.
We call the
and,
police.
The police show up, and I guess this lady had also called the police on herself.
Yeah.
And told them that she was planning to shoot up the shop.
Come get me.
Yeah, come get me. I'm about to shoot up this fucking shop.
Come get me. I'm about to shoot this shop
She
up.
was
What?
crazy. That was insane. And it was like
Oh my
when I was
gosh.
pretty fresh into like being a full-time artist almost.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy. We had her trespass, so it was handled and taken care of. But
I guess
she
the cop
was
said she was
crazy.
like a crazy lady, and this wasn't the first instance because we had called the shops like in the surrounding area and let them know like this had happened, and they're like, "Oh, she came here too."
she had gone to other shops and then freaked out on them too, and then turned around to us and freaked out on us. And the police had been like picking her up from shop to
And
shop.
she was telling us that she needed to give us we needed to give her a discount because she owned the tattoo shop down the street. The tattoo shop down the street is owned by my family friends.
So we were like,
What?
give me a discount because my tattoo shop is down the studio.
Yeah.
Then go there.
I own that shop actually.
Then go there.
Yeah,
Go
literally.
to that studio that's
Give yourself
willing
a tattoo
to.
if you own a shop. Like what?
Yeah, no, clients are crazy. Like some of them can be really, really, really crazy. And
Yeah.
like, but honestly,
You handled it so much better than I would have. I'm so glad you stepped in during that.
she
I
was crazy.
freaking the fuck out.
She was crazy. And you were being so patient with her and you were being so nice. And like,
Yeah, I tried.
at the end of the day, like, we have to remember that we're the professionals, you know? And so our goal is to give the client the best tattoo possible,
Yeah.
and their goal is to get the best tattoo possible.
Right.
But you have to like give us the same respect we want to give you.
That part.
And it's hard. It's hard when people don't take it seriously, or flip the fuck out on us.
I'm actually gonna shoot you. Because you don't want to give me the tattoo that I want.
How dare you not want to do my finger tattoo?
When I want for the price I want.
Wild. Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. But honestly, all the like crazy bad stories make the good ones even better. Because like we also have those regulars that are just super
I love
amazing.
my regulars. If you're one of my regulars and you're watching this, I love you.
I love you guys too.
I kind of love you
I was
guys.
saying, I kind of love you guys. I kind of love you guys. There's a few that like I feel for, and like there's people that have just shared some of their stories with me that make me feel like so blessed. Like there's some clients just tug at your heartstrings,
That's why I love our job, is because we get to make so many connections with so many different kinds of people.
It's true. Dude, I've you know what? Somebody used to say this, that tattoo artists were the most dangerous people in the world. But it's not because we're gonna hurt anybody. It's because we get along with every walk of life. And I think that's pretty crazy.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's inspiring.
Inspiring. I thought that was my tattoo, but my tattoo says imagination. Imagination. Squimp.
Oh my gosh, if y'all didn't know, we have matching shrimp tattoos.
We have matching
on our
shrimp
leg.
tattoos. Squimp. Did we show them the squimp?
Yeah, we'll put like a picture on the screen.
Insert here.
Yeah,
Ready?
insert here.
I'll hold mine up for a second. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Squimp. So, yeah, no, but clients love them. I think our pricing can be hard to understand, but I think they need to take into consideration the materials that we use, the time.
Yeah.
The time, because you guys aren't just paying for the tattoos, you're paying for drawing time, you're paying for setup time, you're paying for like preparation,
Right.
the actual time tattooing, and then on top of that, any touch-ups or aftercare, or it's a lot.
It's labor.
And then for shop percentages.
Yeah, I hate percentages, but it's a stepping stone as an artist, I think.
You have to pay to play.
That part.
In this industry, you have to pay to play. I mean, like, we pay for everything.
We pay for our supplies, we pay booth rent, we could pay shop rent, booth rent. How do I say that?
So there is a difference between booth rent and percentages.
Yeah.
So if for people that don't know, there's two types of tattoo studios. There's tattoo studios that do percentages, where they take a percentage of everything you make. Usually they're more high-end, more sought-out, like tattoo studios. They're probably the more popular ones in your state, city, the big names. They take percentages because they can. And then there's
the smaller private studios that usually do booth rent, right?
Yeah. And the booth rent ranges between like weekly and monthly, so it's a flat rate
usually of like
that they pay
300
for the
to
space.
500.
I would say sometimes it's weekly, sometimes it's monthly. It really just depends.
Sweet.
But the downside to that is there's no walk-in traffic, there's no room for new clients.
That's been my problem with wanting to go somewhere like private, is I like the walk-ins. I think I rely on walk-ins a lot, not for the check, but for clientele.
I think walk-ins are fun too, because like you
never know what you're getting.
Yeah. Box of chocolate. You never really know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
And some people come in and they're my favorite people. Like they're really my favorite clients. Like people come in with just amazing stories and crazy ideas. I want a Justin Bieber portrait right here and Alicia Keys above my eyebrows
for $60.
For $60 today.
Today.
I love walk-ins. They're crazy. I love them.
Yeah. Definitely.
And then there's always a few like really, really good groups. Have you ever had just like a really good walk-in experience?
A lot of walk-ins that have turned into regulars. I have, a lot of from the street shop.
Our conversation today has kind of been all over the place.
Yeah,
We have been debating talking about shop percentages in the hierarchy and tattoo burnout, because honestly we're kind of feeling both right now. Like I just left my last two studios because I'm tired of the percentage and I'm feeling burnt out, and they just keep pushing us to work
Props
more.
to you though that you're able to leave and do it on your own though. That's a really big step, and I'm super proud of you for that.
Thank you.
And I wish I
appreciate
could
that.
do that.
One day you will. One
Yeah.
day you will. The goal is always to grow.
Mhm.
You know, that's the most
Definitely.
important thing. And I think having a good head on your shoulders and being motivated is the most important part of this whole thing. And speaking of motivation, um, did you hear that they are doing a summer seminar as well?
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eden?
So, yeah.
Ooh, sweet.
So we're in Texas, which means we're local to that studio
Mhm.
that hosts a lot of the educational
They're in
seminars.
Dallas.
Yeah, they're in Dallas. Irving, I think, is where they hosted it last time.
Yeah.
And man, do they like keep their artists inspired. I really,
They're all super good.
yeah, yeah. What's
They're all crazy
something
good.
that you recommend to people to keep like their motivation going?
I recommend
We're keeping this.
I don't be motivated. It's hard to be motivated.
It's
Burnout
so
is
hard.
so real.
Burnout is so real. Burnout is so real. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I just like I don't think people understand, like, we don't sleep, we don't eat, we don't go out with our friends, we don't do those things. Like we choose our career and we choose it every day. And like we have to. We have to, because
Yeah.
again, circling 360, it's our job.
Mm-hmm.
It's our job. And it's no joke when we say we traded our 9 to 5 for a 24/7.
Yeah, for real. But on seriousness, one thing I do is stay motivated. I love, like I said, checking up with other artists, see what everybody's up to, and then I like hand drawing.
Yeah.
That keeps me very motivated because I feel like
I miss
being
it.
on the iPad a lot and like always doing those walk-ins and those quick drawings because we don't have enough time because we're working so much. I think hand drawing, like actually sitting down and hand drawing, that brings a lot of my motivation back because it feels real.
Yeah.
I feel like the iPad stuff isn't real.
Like it's like taking time for your own creativity.
Yeah, painting, drawing. I love doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, you've been telling me lately that you've been doing what is it, crystal?
I've been
Hangings?
making
She's spelling them
sun
soon, guys.
catchers. Yeah, I'm thinking about making an Etsy or something to make sell my sun catchers. But they're super cute.
They're adorable. I remember she called me the other day and she's like, I just spent way too
It
much
was
money
so
on
early.
beads. On beads.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't wait. Joanna's going out of business and I snatched all the sale beads up. So
No.
if there's no beads,
And Joann's was on sale, and everything was still like $200. During the sale. Yeah.
that's wild.
So I have a $200 sun catcher hanging in my window. That's like this big.
It's worth it though. Insert
It
picture.
is.
Insert picture here. Here we go.
It's super pretty.
It's so pretty and it like shines rainbow. It's
It
beautiful.
does. It makes rainbows. I didn't think it was gonna make rainbows.
And honestly, anything that just makes you happy is kind of worth it. Like I've learned it's the little things.
Explore
Like
your creativity. Do different things.
oh, for sure, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
Like you've been really into plants lately, and
I
that
have.
has nothing to do with tattoos, but
I
like
got an implant today.
if it makes you happy, do it.
Yeah.
That's the little
that
joys in
happiness
life.
is what will bring you the motivation.
Exactly.
If you're not happy, you're not gonna have any motivation.
Exactly. I got off early the other day and I went to a shrimp boil or crawfish boil.
Oh my god.
Crawfish boil. The crawfish freak me out, dude.
I
I
don't
can't
like
do 'em.
crawfish. They're like mud. They live in the mud.
Their
things
little
are mud
eyes.
bugs.
How do you eat the little eye?
I like crab. I can get down on a seafood boil, but like I only get the shrimp, the potatoes, the crab, and the corn.
I got the summer sausage and the corn, and they did shrimp too, and the shrimp was really good.
Sometimes the shrimp freak me out because I have a fish tank and I have little shrimps in there, so it kind of feels like I'm eating my babies.
Remember when your beta attacked all your
Oh my god. My beta gets down on shrimp though.
down on the shrimp?
Yeah.
He ate them all. He's a king beta. He's a big boy.
He is.
Big. Insert
His name is
king beta.
Bruce. His name is Bruce. Oh my gosh. Too good. Too good. But speaking of like staying motivated, I think a lot of artists they pivot careers because they can't stay motivated.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You know how many of my own friends like they just they can't find clients and they're like, oh, well, tattooing is really fun and all, but like I can't keep doing it because I can't afford it. And
Yeah.
so they go off and they bartend or they go and find like a different job, a 9 to 5, and it's so heartbreaking
Tattooing is a lot.
watching these people lose their creativity. It is so heartbreaking. It truly is. And
Yeah,
it's not for the weak. It's not for the weak.
for sure.
You work every day. Even when you're at the top, they bust their
All
booties.
day, every day.
They bust their butts to get at the top, and they bust their butts to stay there. It is no, there is no like just getting your way into this industry.
Yeah, you gotta work your
have to
way up.
hustle, 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 hustle.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think we're doing right now?
Hustling.
We're hustling, hustling, back to back, ready pose. Hey, hey. But no, you're like, you're so right. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Tattoo tea topic of the
Tattoo
week.
tea topic
The
of the
hot
week.
topic.
What's the hot topic
What's
of the
the-
week?
What's the hot topic of the week?
What's piping?
Piping hot. I know you guys, that's what you came for.
Yeah.
So, guys, have you heard? I'll let you do it.
I think we were gonna talk about there was a 9-year-old girl who got tattooed in Arizona.
Hold on, wait, hold on. Did you say 9-year-old?
I'm
9-year-old
pretty
that got tattooed?
I'm not sure if it was real. This video looks really real. Everybody on the internet is convinced it's real, so I'm convinced it's real. What do you think? Do you think somebody
I gotta
would
look this
like
up real quick. Hold on,
mortally
guys.
tattoo a
Tea
9-year-old
time.
girl?
So it looks like it's popped up on. Oh, yep. Fox.
It was
Fox
an
News.
American flag tattoo.
It was in Fox News. So holy crap. It is a 9-year-old boy who got an American flag tattoo, and he sparks debate about tattooing minors. First off, we are in a state that you have to be 18
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day.
They just recently changed that law too. So me and her, we were talking about we think that Texas is about to really crack down on tattoo laws. It's about to get really strict.
I do. I mean, but to be honest, I respect that. And they need to crack down on tattoo laws because it's causing all of these people that don't really know what they're doing to get in. It's hard. You need to be educated on bloodbornes. You need to be educated on tattoos.
Mhm.
I've seen too many
You can't just put
infections.
meat
I've
with the
seen too many
skin.
trauma. You cannot. So also the fact that somebody tattooed a 9-year-old, I
feel
think
that's
it's
not,
the
like,
parents'
morally
fault. I think it's the parents' fault. Okay. It says a 9-year-old boy came into the tattoo shop. We will not be saying his name since he is a minor. And he asked for a Donald Trump tattoo with parental consent. His parents brought him into that tattoo studio.
That's fucking crazy.
Could you imagine being 9? What were you doing at 9?
I don't remember. I think I was listening to 21 Pilots on my MP3 player, actually.
I had a Hannah Montana diary. And I forgot the voice password, so it never opened, and I still don't know what's in there.
You gotta
So
break that hole open with a hammer.
I cannot believe with parental consent.
A Trump tattoo on her neck. A portrait of Donald Trump on her neck.
The tattoo artist talked her out of the Trump tattoo and instead got an American flag tattooed on her arm.
So I've seen a video about this, and I guess like he offered them like a crazy ass price to like try to talk them out of it, and they were still willing to pay for it.
Wow.
And so the guy was like, okay, no, like I'm not actually gonna do this, like, I was just trying to talk you out of it. And the parents still like urged on and were like, hey, like, no, we're still gonna do this. And so I guess he talked her out of the Donald Trump tattoo on her neck.
At the end of the day, I hate to say this, but there are artists that would have done that. There's artists that would have done that to that 9-year-old. And
You think he was in it for the money?
if he was in it for the money, he would have just done the Donald Trump portrait.
Yeah.
He would have just done the portrait.
You think?
Yeah, I do. Because the fact that he tried to talk her out of this speaks a lot on his character because she would have gone. Think about it. Think about how many tattoo shops they've already been to that they got rejected by. And she would have gone. The parents would have gone to another tattoo studio and would have just gotten it tattooed somewhere else. And there are artists out there who don't have morals and would do that portrait on that baby's neck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So in a way, this tattoo artist kind of saved her from that.
Yeah.
But I do think maybe he could have like reported it. I don't know if he reported it yet. We haven't really gotten there. This did happen in Arizona.
So it's legal for minors to get tattooed in Arizona with parental consent? I guess.
It's legal in Arizona to tattoo a minor with parental consent, and there is no restrictions on that age.
9 is too young to get a tattoo, I think.
I completely agree. I completely agree. Um, 9 years, like, what? Last year, the girl went to a tattoo studio, we will not name the name, asking for a portrait on her neck. The artist and the shop owner who convinced the girl to get the American flag tattoo instead. So it looks like the shop owner had to be involved, which if the shop owner has to be pulled, there's a problem.
Yeah.
So that means that those parents were persistent. They were not going to go away without that little girl getting a tattoo. That is
That's crazy.
so sad. And I also appreciate that the artist did a good job. He made it small, and he kind of did it really palely, like very like made to fade almost.
Let's hope he used shitty ink that will fade in a year.
That's kind of what I'm hoping. It doesn't look fully saturated, which is
Yeah.
a blessing. The blue is pretty like it's a good tattoo. I'm not saying that it's not saturated, but what I'm saying is I hope by the time she's 18 and is able to make her own decisions and sees that this is wrong, gets a cover up. This is
At least
very
it's
disappointing.
not a horrid tattoo. It could be so much worse.
It's really pretty. It really is pretty. And I'm glad that he didn't do any black. That's what I'm saying when I talk about
the saturation.
The saturation. He didn't do black. He could have done a dark black outline, and he saved that little girl from that.
Props to him for that.
And the artist says there should be laws and regulations of limiting the ages in order to do these procedures. I think there is a law that should be created. Like everybody's opinion, a lot of people think it's wrong, and I agree. So, you know, it's a lot of people are blaming the artist, it sounds like, but
he did what he could.
He did what he could. Like,
I wouldn't do it though. Just saying.
I don't tattoo anyone under the age of 18.
Yeah.
So, there's my opinion. I don't think anyone should be able, I don't think any minor should be able to get a tattoo, because even the tattoos at 18 that I thought of were honestly so stupid.
I regret more than half of my tattoos.
I don't regret my tattoos, but I do wish I would have waited, because now I'm in the process of getting laser removal on an entire leg to do a bigger piece, because I'm a better artist now.
Yeah.
And so in a way, yeah, you do wish that, like, and I'm sure this little girl is going to feel the same way come 11 years? No, that's wrong math.
I'd say a couple. She's only 9.
Yeah, so 9 years when she's 18. And it is so scary to think that there are people out here who are willing to do this to their own kids too.
Yeah.
Tattoos are really painful, and they are not for children.
I think Arizona should get on those laws immediately, because then stuff like this happens.
Oh, it says, he also says that the girl and her family are from Turkey, and they were brought here out of state to get the tattoo. So they drove to Oklahoma, or, oh, not Oklahoma. They drove to Arizona to get that little girl tattooed. Kind of like when people from Oklahoma would take their kids to Texas because the law was 17 and then it just changed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was a dark one. I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of heavy.
I wonder if, so they came out of state, if their state, they have different laws. I wonder if they have a case open against them because of this.
Would it transfer state to state? I mean, I
have
would
no
consider
idea. I think
this
that it still happened, and
borderline neglect. This is borderline neglect.
yeah.
I mean, shit, didn't Ruby Frank's story just come out?
Oh my gosh.
Like, didn't they just talk
about
about
documentary was insane.
like treating your children wrong? Is this not like the same thing that we're seeing, or are we just kind of shaking it off because it's not our life, you know? Is because that was painful. That was painful. I know that little girl. So if they're willing to hurt her in public and let her hurt over a political figure, what do you think they're doing behind
pay for her
closed
to
doors?
get hurt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that until now.
Yeah.
Well, I think that kind of wraps up our overall segment for the week.
Yeah, that was a good yap sesh.
A good yap sesh. Sorry we were kind of like off topic.
Yeah, we were jumping around a lot today. We both had a pretty long day.
Yeah. Like we said, that burnout is for real.
It is. But we have to keep ourselves motivated, remember. Keep them. That's a wrap
That's a
for
wrap.
this week's episode.
That's a wrap for this week's episode of Tattoo Tea Time. You'll be seeing us later.
Let us know in the comments what you guys may want to hear about. DM us your ink stories to
Yeah.
Instagram or comment down below.
Guys, we want to hear about your stories. So DM us.
We wanna
Tell
hear
us a
your
crazy
tea.
story. We want to hear your tea back.
Yeah.
Or maybe just like a fun story. Tell us your tattoo experiences. DM us on our Instagram and we will be sharing some stories as soon as we hear something juicy. Something
Yes.
juicy. So, like, subscribe, comment, or I don't know.
If you like us.
If you like us, I guess.
We're
Something
not, like,
else.
forcing you or whatever.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you later.